aping anything. Like you're just putting it off and it's going to let it build.
Yeah.
Like it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And the worse it gets, the more you drink or smoke to cover it up. And it just keeps building. It's not going anywhere. You might feel fine because you're high or you're drunk, but it's just building. So at some point you got to face it. And if you let it build more, it's just going to be worse later down the road.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it, at least. And I think it's okay to just like you should be feeling like shit. Like don't try and like avoid it because you got to face it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I learned over in China was actually like something that the whole China trip felt like fate to me with the conversations I had with people and the things that I learned. And one of the things I learned over there was that like, you know, I was taught like a 10 rule a week kind of thing, which is if you have like a lot of stresses in your life, you have like a lot of depression or issues that you're going through, like, you know, try to maximize that to 10. And what do you think is really worth that effort to stress over? So for example, if you're stressed about money, you're stressed about like, you know, your situation, your living situation, that's already 2 things, you know, and you only have 8 left. And if you give that a week, you know, you could pile on a lot of things in a list of 10, you know. So what really deserves your time? What really deserves like your energy to really feel negative about something?
So you're saying like you only have the capacity to care about 10 things. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and those 10 things should be very valuable. Like, should really be something that makes that list. Like rather than like, you know, there's tons of little things that people are always stressed about, you know, finance, I don't know, social media, the right shoes. I don't know, you know, like everyone's got their own problems, but is it really worth like to make that list? Yeah.
That's smart. Where did you hear that from? Like, it sounds like a therapist like
technique. It was actually from a girl that I met out there, and she told me like, you know, that's how she copes with stuff. She also told me like, you know, she has like this 5-year rule or something like that, where if something's not going to affect you in 5 years, and you shouldn't put that much effort into it. I was like, that's pretty interesting.
I've never something's not going to affect the future.
I never really thought of it like that, so it was kind of cool to hear different perspectives. Kind of like how you said, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think just for the sake of it, for the disclaimer and everything, like just because you're going through a breakup and everything doesn't mean you have any ill will towards Erica, right? Like,
oh nah, yeah, I would.
I think that's something we should bring up too.
Yeah, I would never like wish anything bad upon her. We've had a good relationship, and I don't want nobody to tweet negative things to her or write bad comments. We had a clean breakup. It's just tough.
Yeah. It's like such a long time too.
And if you like respect like Derek and Erica, or even just Derek or whatever, or Ryan guys, like you would not go after, you know, someone like that, especially if you still like care about them, especially as a friendship. You know?
Yeah, for sure. We're definitely friends. I mean, we still talk. Sometimes we have lunch. You know, it's just a different page now, which is okay.
Yeah. We went deep therapy session.
We
already.
did.
This early into the podcast.
How was it for you when you made that video? You know, you made a video on your YouTube channel about a breakup. Did that help?
It helped me a lot, and I'm very lucky that, you know, I didn't like come out with my relationship and see like who it was and stuff and show. But it was very therapeutic to me because, like you guys said, I'm somebody who like really, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm very emotional. I'm not soft though, but I like.
You're pretty soft. I mean, you're like definitely more emotional than both of us, I think.
You're like the most toilet paper.
Yeah, you're like the most emotional person in the group for sure.
One person who's spoken to my life a lot. Every Instagram picture I post since that podcast, he puts toilet paper emojis. And he's like, "You're soft." This guy Kalai.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's but it helped me a lot because it got me to, I guess, be transparent with who I am and say like, this is the mistakes I made. This is how I was viewing life and her, and clearly I had a lot of clouded judgment. I was infatuated, and it was kind of just like, because it's something that everybody goes through. Everybody goes through that, like that first relationship or you know, one of the first ones, and it just does not go well, and everyone has to go through that. But a lot of times people will be like, oh, this first relationship was supposed to be everything. They over romanticize it. It's all my fault. And for me, I felt that way too, but I also learned things from it, and I was like, this is like not just the advice that I have to give, but it's kind of advice that you all like poured into me and like spoken to me, you know? So in a way, I was just like regurgitating a lot of things that you guys have told me.
She basically stole my video then, and like our videos then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, and I made money off of it, so thanks.
Yeah, nice, dude.
It's almost at 1 million. So thanks, man.
No, it did well actually. Yeah, it's a good script that we wrote together as a group.
Yeah. Hey, good job, guys.
No,
Yeah, it's not scripted, all right?
what is not scripted?
It is that video. It has no cuts, no edits, because I wanted to be very like transparent and show like I didn't write down any of this. You know?
Right. Well, moving on to a less serious topic and something since Derek's here,
Yeah.
and I know he's really into. Avengers comes out soon. Endgame.
Snap.
Derek is one of those hardcore marvelers. What do you call yourselves? Marvelers?
Yeah, marvelous.
Wait, really?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, he's one of those people who watches like every single one when it comes right in theaters
Yeah.
when it comes out,
Yeah.
and whether even if he'll go by himself and watch
Yeah.
it. And you know, I've seen some. I mean, I would say about 50%. Paco's seen one movie.
One.
Just Iron Man.
Iron Man.
And it's funny because we're all coming at it from different perspectives.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited. I know you could care less.
Yeah,
Paco
it's like
could care
whatever.
less, and then Derek, you're just hyped because it's the last one, right?
Oh, I mean, it's not going to be the last Avengers ever.
I thought
but-
it is.
I
What
thought
is
it is.
Endgame?
Yeah.
Why is it called Endgame?
Because they're like that letter that was on Twitter and everything. Did you guys see that letter?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So basically,
Of course Derek did.
the directors, right? You talk about it since you're the fan.
I mean, it was more so the actors. You know, their contracts are coming to an end. They've done the character for like 10 plus years. You know,
They're over
So, you know, who knows where they're gonna take the storyline? I don't know since we haven't seen the movie yet. But who knows? Like, Iron Man could be finished. Captain America could be finished. Who knows? You know, maybe the originals are done, but I know that Avengers will still live on through like Spider-Man and like the other characters like Bucky or whoever. You know,
Right.
Black Panther.
Basically,
Doctor Strange.
also the Twitter letter was saying like that their journey has come to an end, and like you know all the hard work that everybody's put in, like don't spoil it. Like don't be one of those douchebags that spoil things.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
It just like the like Game of Thrones just premiered.
Yeah.
And that's like it's like a meme in itself. Like, oh, if you spoil, like I've seen more of those than actual spoilers. Like of people putting, you know, like, oh, if you spoil this, you're, and then it's like a picture of someone dead or you know,
Yeah.
something like that. People really hate spoilers.
Yeah.
I mean, I can relate to it. There's a reason why I didn't watch what was it? There's a big thing that the Avengers that the most recent one that came out.
Oh,
with the
with
snap.
Thanos.
Yeah, with Thanos. So I
Yeah.
saw that only when it came on Netflix. I was
Infinity
gonna
War.
watch it in theaters, but I knew the ending. I was like, oh, okay, well something happens and there's a meme and people disintegrate or something. Like
Yeah.
that's you know.
Spoilers, dude. I didn't get to see it.
Okay, here's my thing. If you haven't seen it by the time it's out of theaters, that is your problem. Like, for real. Like, people do that about Naruto when that was like coming out live, and like people would get mad because I would talk about stuff that came out like maybe about like a month or two. I'm like, well, if you're not gonna keep up, then you don't really care that much. And that's how I felt too. I didn't care that I knew the ending, but I didn't go watch it until it was on Netflix.
Yeah, Infinity War was dope. They packed like tons of different storylines and characters into one movie that was just blew your mind. You know, like they've been doing this for a long time, like over a decade. You know, just planting seeds and letting it grow, watering it, and then putting everyone together. It's a dope movie. Marvel knows what's up.
See, so I have always been like excited that I was excited because I thought it was coming to an end. Not because I don't like those movies, but because it's like all these talented actors and talented like screenwriters and all these people putting all this. I feel like every movie that comes out these days are like a recreation of something. There's nothing really original anymore that does box office like records, other than stuff that like Jordan Peele is doing. Get Out.
Yeah.
What is the recent one? Us.
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah,
too.
he's the only well, I mean, there's some others too that are doing original stuff, but everything else is like, oh, they're making a live action Disney movie.
Yeah.
They're doing a Marvel because they know it makes money.
Yeah.
But like, I just miss the days when like
You missed some
every week,
originality.
yeah, there was like something
Yeah.
original. Like, oh, that's a unique idea, or it's like kind of like this, but it's kind of unique. It's not just a recreation of something that's already been told.
So who do you blame? You blame the studios, or you blame like audience retention?
It's both. It's the audience. It's our fault for buying into it. Like it, of course, the studios are gonna make what they want to make, right?
Yeah.
But it is also, I think, the studios because they decide who they're gonna fund. There's tons of
for sure.
talented writers and scripts constantly being, you know, I'm sure pitched to these studios. But
And shit,
why
yeah.
would they make those movies and take the risk of putting in all this money for something that they don't know how it's gonna do versus make something that's already has a proven fan base and for sure milk the benefits. You know?
It's tough to say. You're talking
It's a
about
studio, it's just
probably
money.
billions. Yeah.
But it's like money kills creativity.
For sure.
I think for the most part. And the same thing with YouTube. Like that's what happened to YouTube.
Because people like a formula. Like they like knowing what's going to happen.
When money gets involved.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean,
Yeah.
It, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was excited that it was coming to an end for that reason, but I guess it's not.
I mean, I'm excited. Yeah, I want to know what happens. Like
That too.
yeah, I already got my movie tickets.
What?
2 days. Yeah.
2 days? 2 days?
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, I got my movie ticket for the premiere, and then I bought another movie ticket for IMAX.
Are you going to the one here? Is there one here in
What, the
Vegas?
premiere?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's premiering everywhere.
Oh, so I mean, like every city has their own premiere.
Well, I mean, like I just bought a movie ticket to a regular theater.
When you say premiere, I was thinking like red carpet. And
Oh heck no!
no.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh no. I was just.
I'm
that's
not
what I was
cool. I'm
picturing.
not cool like that.
All right. Well, on that note, I didn't know we were already at that point, but we have to take a shishi break. So we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
What is Thanos? Half of us can go shishi break. You guys clap already?
The march of time.
And we're back.
Wow, that was louder than usual.
Was it?
Yeah, usually like, we're back.
And you're still eating.
I didn't, because I want to be respectful. You said eat during the shishi break.
Time's up.
Oh.
Make a loud slurping noise
I
right
guess
now.
we didn't give you enough time, or. Okay, so should we just wait for you, or like, are you good?
No, we can start.
Okay. I guess and now we're back. So, what else we got on the agenda today? Yeah, Derek, you
Thanos.
bring it up.
Thanos, man. Thanos.
You're still on the Avengers
I
thing.
can't believe he did that to the world. Like,
Yeah, okay. So, the one thing I did like about Avengers,
Yeah.
that Infinity War, it's very similar, and I tweeted something like, just as a joke, that it's so similar to like a lot of the villains in Naruto. Naruto. Just for people who get mad at me for saying it wrong.
Yeah, say it right. I'll fight you.
I'm from America, okay? That's how I speak.
Actually, you're from Hawaii.
Naruto. I'm from Hawaii. That's America. Yeah, a lot of people don't listen. But the thing I like about that, Thanos and the villains that they have, you know, in Naruto or other, a lot of animes actually, they actually believe that they're doing good for the world. Like it's actually like Thanos is like, as much as he did like horrible things, like he destroyed half the world, right? Population wise, it was out of, in his mind, mercy, right? And he actually, I mean, it's kind of like a, not an analogy, but it's kind of like the whole, it's very much so related to the thought behind like the conspiracy theory around the Illuminati and the New World Order. But like this world is being too overpopulated.
Yeah.
We're all gonna suffer at some point because we're gonna run out of resources. So if you were to reduce the population, right? Scientific. I mean, this is not saying that I agree with this or that we should do this, but what they're saying is if you reduce the population, it's actually mercy on the people. Like the human race will still survive because at the rate that we're growing, everyone's gonna die. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it should happen.
You think half the world should be?
No, not necessarily half the world, but I
Yeah.
do think certain people should die.
It shall be.
I think people who type
Okay.
first.
That's a hot take.
I think people who type first on YouTube videos and dislike videos even before they watch the whole thing should die. I think.
So
people-
I was trying to make a serious conversation, but if you're just naming people that annoy you,
I think people who annoy me should die. I think people who, I don't know. I'm not someone to be like, you know, oh, these people should die. I just think like there are ways that we can go about making sure everybody's okay. Because you guys heard about the whole like Notre Dame, the fire,
yeah.
right? And it did like a couple millions, if not billions, of dollars of damage to it, and people are donating money to get it fixed already. But a lot of Catholic people feel like, why are we donating money to a building when all that money that we're spending could be used like feeding homeless people or helping people who have been through natural
I saw
disasters?
a
and stuff.
meme like that,
Yeah.
and how rich the church actually is
Yeah.
already. Like they could easily afford to build it back.
Mhm.
But if you think about it, it's because it was covered in the news, right? Like, and so people feel so distraught by it because it's like a monument.
It's a symbol.
Yeah, it's a symbol. But so it's like if they were covering like this huge event that happened to kids, you know, starving recently. If it was just a news thing, something that was just on the news, mainstream media everywhere, like in the same way that fire was covered, kids are always starving, but if there was some big event where all of a sudden tons of kids were being covered on the news for starving, I guarantee you that same thing would happen.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of people take action when they're emotional. Not everyone. Some people actually help because of, they really care about what's happening.
Yeah.
But some people are just going based off emotion. Like, oh my God, this is awful. I need to do something, which is a good thing. Like, it's a good thing to feel that way. But that brings me to my point. Like, they're only caring about that cause because it's covered in the news so much. I mean, that's what I think.
But I mean, I was just talking about the aspect of like we could not have to kill necessarily a bunch of people. We could just figure out how to solve that issue in a different way. Because we do have like a lot of resources that can help that out.
Well, tell that to Thanos.
Maybe people can like stop eating meat. Like they can stop eating meat and like start eating like more greens.
I mean, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it
Let's
sounds
be real.
right.
Are you gonna actually stop eating meat, Derek?
They should call themselves vegans.
There's vegetarians
too. What he's talking about, I think, is another solution. But what we're talking about is an alternative, like coming from what you're saying, from the Thanos perspective, right? I'm giving you an analogy. Why did that gauntlet thing? I don't know. Does it have? You can do anything with it, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, he's got some stones.
So instead of killing half the world, why didn't he just create a second world and split the population?
Yeah,
you live here, you live here, everyone lives.
Or he snaps and just doubles the food.
He doesn't work like
and
that.
the land.
Yeah.
You would need, right? Why couldn't he do that?
He doesn't work like that, man.
Why? Why? So he is evil then. That defeats my first point. Like he's not doing it for mercy.
Ant-Man should go in his butthole and explode him.
Thanos. Thanos theory.
Yeah.
I mean, in his storyline, like he was doing that for years, like going to galaxies and just like wiping out half of it already to help him.
See, but it's not really help. Like if you have that kind of power, you don't need to kill half the world, right? You could just if you're like a god, why not just create, like you said, more resource? Or maybe when he snaps, he's sending them to another world.
Ooh.
And that world has enough resources for everybody. Man, maybe we misjudged Thanos. Thanos might be a good guy. I mean, yeah, I would see it. Actually, that one, if it's the last one, I'll see it.
Yeah, but it's 3 hours long.
Holy!
I know it's Titanic.
That's like Titanic, though.
Yeah.
I know, and I don't think I could sit through that either.
No, but Titanic had some nipples, and I remember that. I was a little kid. I
There's
was like,
nipples in Avengers. There's tons of nipples in Avengers.
girl nipples, though. Yeah.
Now you're talking. Game of Thrones, you don't watch that.
I watched a little bit of Game of Thrones, actually.
Pretty much anything that's mainstream and people like, you don't really.
No, not necessarily. I just like video games a lot.
I know.
But
I don't have time for that stuff.
I watched
games.
I watched Game of Thrones. Man, it sounds so bad, but I watched Game of Thrones with this girl who I liked. I know you're already laughing. Look at that.
Go ahead.
But and then when we kind of like stopped talking, I'm somebody who associates stuff that I do with people with them, you know. So I can't watch Game of Thrones without thinking about her. I mean, we're cool now and everything, but back then I was just like, well, I can't watch this anymore because then I just feel sad.
It's so emotional.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
What, you want to watch Game of Thrones with me?
You gonna break my heart?
Probably.
Then no.
Yeah.
I got asked to watch the Game of Thrones that season premiere one, and then I got unasked.
What do you mean? What? You got uninvited?
Yeah, I got asked to go watch it, and then we went. Me and my friend, we went to Trader Joe's and bought hella snacks, cookies, and freaking some water and some like ice cream and
To
stuff.
bring to the party?
Yeah, and then it just didn't work out.
And they told you not to come?
She was just like, this is my friend, he's cool. And she's like, well, I don't really, like the homegirl was like, I don't really want like a random guy to come to my house.
Oh, so she was just inviting you. Damn, he was about to have his own Game of Thrones love story. Damn, okay. I didn't know. Damn, so you were one of those, you cock blocked yourself.
No,
you brought
I
a friend.
No, I didn't. The friend just didn't want me to come over because I never met her.
Oh, I see.
So to her,
It's
I'm
like a
probably
Tinder
just,
thing?
I'm probably just like a random guy. No, not Tinder.
Oh,
But
just someone you kind of like acquaintance.
yeah, friend.
All right, but did you have any Game of Thrones love stories in China?
Well, I've never seen Game of Thrones, so what does that mean?
Oh.
Did I have some?
Did you make love with your sibling? Yeah. See, you know. You know.
What did he say? I didn't hear what you
Did
said.
he have incest?
Oh yeah, you know what Game of Thrones is about. Yeah. That's all it's about.
That's all it's about.
No, I mean the thing about Game of Thrones, and it always made me wonder too, because back in the day, wasn't the whole idea of like being royal and keeping it within the bloodline?
Yeah.
Aren't they all product of incest?
Yeah.
Technically, aren't we all? It's in some way. I don't know. I guess it depends on your religion,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I mean, if you like in the whole like the Christian thing or whatever,
right.
because then it's like it starts up at the top of the tree. There's Adam and Eve,
And are they related?
and then no, they're not related, but still like, where do they make? How do they make? How do their babies make babies?
Yeah,
You know?
they're cousin. No, they're siblings, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, now we know. I was about to say something hella bad about Christianity.
Oh my gosh.
I should not say it. Not even as a joke. Sorry to my Christians out there.
Probably not. Yeah, hold that back.
That's we're digging ourselves a hole right now.
And Ant-Man's gonna jump in it and explode us.
There you go. Then that's kind of funny though that we can even like, not that I said the joke, but we can even like talk about it. Because if this was another religion, specifically like something in the news,
Yeah.
I was talking about like Muslim,
Uh-huh.
and we were saying some kind of joke about that, we'd be in way more hot water.
Oh yeah.
Christianity is like so popular here that we can make fun of it.
Because it's always like punching up. As long
Yeah,
as you're
yeah.
punching up, it's okay.
That's true.
That's why like black people like when they do comedy and stuff, they can make fun of white people.
True.
they're
But a
punching
white
up.
person can't make fun of a black
Yeah.
person, or even an Asian really.
Yeah.
That makes me think, where do we fall on the chart? We're kind of like below white, above black.
No, we're below black too.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I feel like an Asian couldn't make fun of a black person for being black.
No, we
But a
can't.
black person could make fun of an Asian for being...
I think it's kind of like similar levels.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
I think it's close.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Sorry. Random tangent.
Tough to say.
You look like you were going to say something, Derek.
I mean, it's just
What's
like
your opinion?
Asians don't really get casted that much to be lead roles sometimes. So
True.
I don't know where they stand on the food chart, but
The food chart.
it's definitely on the lower end, I would think.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like I said in a previous video, like Steve Harvey making fun of Asians
Yeah.
didn't cost him his career. But if you've seen like an Asian guy make, fun of black people for being black and saying black people are undateable, then that guy's career is probably done. What did you think? An Asian guy saying that?
I actually see more Asian people do this self-deprecating thing where they make fun of how like Asian guys can't get
but I'm saying
people.
I know they're I know
So I think
we
we're
do that.
I think we're still punching up though.
but they don't. But an Asian guy can't make fun of a black person for being black.
But I think also it's because like black people have kind of taken like we get to make the race jokes type of thing because they've been so proficient in it. They're very good at it. They're very good at their jokes.
That is true.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out the totem pole.
they're just very observant and they know how to make it funny.
Right. But then where does that leave everybody else?
Struggling. We got to talk about politics and stuff.
Nah, I don't want to get into that. Okay, well, somehow we went from Avengers to like PCness of the week.
Yeah.
PCness of the week. See, we got back that. We didn't do that in a while.
We haven't. Yeah.
Now we're back. Let's start.
So, anyways, in China,
Yeah, what about?
Game of Thrones. Any good love stories you had?
Yeah, I met some people out there. It was definitely some fun, interesting experiences. Yeah.
It's very honest. That was such a people just listening. Derek's just smiling the whole time.
And how many did you
You're getting off on this, aren't you?
I don't
I am,
know,
dude. I love living through Derek, man, because Derek's way hotter and like sexier than me and stuff. And he's just like, he always does cool stuff with like very pretty girls. Somehow I was like, hey, Derek, so what happened? But Derek always downplays everything, because he's
That's
very
true.
humble and stuff. So he's like, we just hung out and kick it. I was like, just hung out and kick it. And it takes like 15 to 40 minutes to get him to say like,
Maybe it's because you're asking him like that. Like,
maybe. Yeah. I'm kind of creepy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to tell you anything either if you're asking me like that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's all right. Did you kiss my
I already like ignoring you.
Yeah.
So
What is I guess for you, what was the most fun thing you did in China though?
Probably just meet people. Just meet different people around the world. Experience different situations and stuff out there compared to here. Performing again was amazing. That felt really good.
But you guys went to China together before, and that sounds like a completely different situation.
Yeah.
That was, huh?
Yeah, we went to Beijing, for some event, and it was. I'm not gonna lie, it was not a fun experience. It was one of my least favorite trips, and it was it's not because of Derek. It was none of it. I mean, Derek's Chinese.
Dude, I had a great time.
Yeah, but it's just the trip was rough. For one, every place we went, because we couldn't speak Chinese, we didn't have somebody, like normally when we go out for events, people accompany us, like they set us up with like a local or somebody. We had no one, so we're on our own. For one, just getting a taxi to go somewhere that we needed to be was a struggle. Because if we don't have somebody telling us this, they're constantly, we didn't know this at the time, but they constantly try to rip you off. Like it's not like, hey, this is the set rate.
Yeah.
They try and negotiate with you. And we're like, what? It only cost us like, I don't know what the currency was. It was like $40 to get there. Why are you saying it's gonna? And we're in the middle of nowhere, right? Because we don't know where we are. Why are you gonna charge us like $100 to go back? Like, how is it gonna cost that much more?
Yeah.
And then we found out like, oh, you have to negotiate, or you can negotiate. And I think they knew that we couldn't speak Chinese, so like, the taxi driver we were talking to, because there's a line of them, just kept telling people to skip us.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
we were
Yeah, I
like
remember
stranded there with this one guy, and we couldn't go to any other taxi driver. So we ended up having to walk like.
Yeah.
Hell far to get a new taxi.
Yeah.
And even that taxi was like, where's your hotel? And we would say the name, and he wouldn't know like where that was.
Yeah.
And we didn't know if we were being scammed again. So we ended up getting dropped off in the middle of this like downtown area.
Yeah.
And we had to just walk and look for it. Like on Google Maps, our phones don't really work, right? Can't call anyone.
Yeah, we saw like a map on the street.
No Wi-Fi.
Yeah. And we just kind of like,
This looks like something familiar.
yeah. Kind of like that Friends episode. You put the map down, you stand and look around.
Yes, I didn't have a good experience. But apparently Macau is like the opposite of that.
Well, yeah, where I was at, it was definitely like the Las Vegas Strip, or it was the Las Vegas Strip. They had some of the same hotels from here out there.
And you said it's like there, because what I've heard is that place is like stacked with cash, like
Oh yeah,
hell of money.
they told me that Macau is richer than Dubai, and they told me that the ratio from Las Vegas to Macau is 1-7. So anytime an American spends $100 out here, someone in Macau is spending 700 equivalent to that.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Do they bet on fights and stuff? Do you even watch that stuff? Basketball games?
I didn't see too much sports betting. I saw just a lot of table games. A lot of table games.
Yeah. That is true in just crazy rich Asians. Like, it's like a whole nother level of wealth in China.
It is, yeah.
That's why they're taking over. Did you know that?
Yeah, no, I know that. We owe them like hella money.
We need to learn, which one is it, Mandarin or Cantonese?
Mandarin.
Yeah, I think it's.
Which one's Cantonese then? Is that in Taiwan or
No, Cantonese is in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Okay. I know. I'm being careful because I know that people get really offended.
Yeah.
By like.
I'm going to Hong Kong.
Okay.
I'm just saying that. Derek was in Hong Kong for a bit.
What was it? When I went out there, I met up with this. I met up with a couple people out there. I met this like super rich poker player. All he does is play poker, and that's like his life out there. We ended up getting like a table and a couple bottles and stuff, and just partying all night. I met this other guy who's super rich, and he picked me up in his Porsche, and he took me to some really dope local spots where I ate some really good food. Took me to this really dope dessert spot, some like touristy kind of local attraction spots. And then the end of the night when he was dropping me off, we parked in his parking lot, and I smashed his Porsche door into another car door, and I felt so bad. He looked at me, and I don't even know why I reacted this way, but once I opened the door and went bing, he looked at me, and I immediately closed my door like I didn't even do it. I don't know why I did it that way, but
to hide it.
yeah, I don't know why, but I was just like,
What did he say?
He just kind of like chuckled, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, dude. Like it was a complete accident. Like if you want me to fix your chip or your paint, I'll go get a Sharpie from the concierge or something.
That is such a typical you answer. I'll get a Sharpie and color it in or something. Damn.
But nah, he didn't mind. I mean, he was. Like,
Was he one of those crazy rich people or just pretty rich?
yeah,
Crazy rich Asian. Dang. That level of money, it's just like such a. Like, there's rich people,
Yeah.
and then there is that, that's what that movie is about. It's like a whole nother level of richness. It's like everybody, a bunch of like Bill Gates out there.
you're like rich and then you're wealth.
Yeah.
Healthy,
Yeah.
But I felt bad. I felt really bad because he gave me such like a cool day, like like kicking with the local
Right.
and stuff, and showing me around town, just getting out of the hotel or off the stage, and then I freaking dinged his door. It was a bad feeling.
I mean, I know most people, like they think that's the dream, right? To have that level of wealth.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think I would ever want to live a life where I'm that rich, like in the billions. I really don't think that would be. You're not the same person. In the same way, like I would never want to be like Justin Bieber famous.
Yeah.
Or like at that level, because at that point you can't live a regular. Like some people might enjoy it, some people do fine with it, but there's a reason why a lot of those people who have everything still kill themselves. They're still like depressed.
Yeah.
Because you can't live. It's a whole nother way of living. You got to change your whole mindset, everything.
And it's almost like you're confined to certain areas in a way because you
Right.
lose your freedom
Yeah.
because you're too famous.
Right. And just being that rich too, everybody you meet is going to treat you differently.
Yeah.
For one, you can't trust almost anyone.
That's true.
Not even family at that point, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. For the most part, usually it is that way. Unless you're just born into it and everyone around you is rich. I think a lot of times you can't trust anyone because there's it's such a powerful thing, and I don't think I would ever want to live that life.
I think
Maybe for like a day or like
think-
a week.
Yeah. I think I saw I could be wrong, but somebody who recently like won the lotto, like had a mask on,
Right.
so nobody would like their family wouldn't know that they're rich, because like it's hard to turn down family.
And it would change everything.
It would change everything.
Even if you have the nicest family members, they know.
Yeah.
Like, they know, like, oh, we got dinner and you're not going to pick up the bill?
Yeah.
Like, it's just $100, $200. Like, what is that to you? Like, it just because it changes the dynamic between people. And I know that, I mean, like, even I've met, like, 100 millionaires, billionaires, and I feel different around them. Like, oh, I know they feel different. I'm already thinking, like, how do I act? Because this is, like, a different level. And it's hard to even treat them like a human being sometimes. Even though, I know I should. I know what they're thinking. Like, they have, like, a trust issue thing. And, I don't know. Like, that's an interesting dynamic.
I think, and I think a lot of fans like think like we're rich, but we're not. Like, especially Ryan. Ryan is hella broke because he's wearing Arden's shirt right now. That's not even your shirt, dude.
Okay. This is
Arden-
from
wait.
Adidas.
Arden was wearing that shirt when you and me did that video with her. Remember?
Which video?
The one where we ate at
Okay,
Bruxy.
how do you know this is her shirt? Okay, this could be, she wears my stuff,
Does she?
I think this is my shirt.
I've never seen you wear that shirt ever. I've seen
Because
Arden
she's
wear it
always
like
wearing my shirt.
7 times.
Okay, well, you know
Looks
what?
like a guy's shirt.
I feel like, I know Adidas sends her stuff, but they send me stuff as well, and I'm pretty sure this is my size shirt.
Nice.
And thanks, Derek.
Looks good on you, dude. And your little hair on your face, it looks good, dude.
Thanks, dude. I've been trying to. Well, I'm not trying, and I haven't been. I just thought about growing it out.
Okay.
And then I also thought about shaving it because Paco made fun of me before you came.
Really? What do you say?
Yeah, he made me a little self-conscious, but he's like,
Oh,
no,
wow.
like he was with his friend and they came over earlier
Uh-huh.
before you got here, and he was like, oh, can you take a picture with my friend? I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I could. And he's like, oh, you're not gonna shave? Or
No,
like-
because okay,
and
first
then,
of all,
no,
Wow.
it was even before that. You said, oh, you're gonna really grow it out? Like, why? Who are you trying to appeal to? Like, what demo are you trying to appeal to? Because you can't even with all those patches. Like, I was like, damn, I'm getting roasted first thing in the morning when I see Paco.
you're making me sound bad. First
That
of all,
is, tell me I'm wrong.
no,
Tell me
no,
I'm
no,
lying.
no, but there's context to it. There's context to it. Oh, there's context to it. Yeah.
You
Okay,
asked
go.
him to shave for a picture?
No, because so whenever I ask him to be in my videos,
Yeah.
if I don't let him know in advance and I ask
Yep.
him day of and he didn't shave, he's like, oh, dude, you should have let me know before so I could have shaved.
Okay.
So
True,
every time I
true.
ask him, he's always like, oh, I should have shaved. So when he didn't shave,
I normally do. That's why.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you're not gonna shave, dude? And then
He's trying to make himself sound.
no,
okay.
that is
He was
not
making
true.
fun of me. And
At
I
first-
legit
no, no,
was
no.
like, I think maybe I should shave. He's right.
At first, I was like,
gosh.
you're not gonna shave. He's like, I'm thinking about growing out. And then I went into roast mode.
And then he was like, oh yeah, but you have all those patches, like, because I've talked about it, like I can't grow a full beard. And I was like, yeah, but maybe if I grow it long enough, it'll like cover up the spaces.
Yeah.
But he just really didn't want me to do it, dude. He's like, and then he's like, well, what demo are you trying to appeal to? Like, your fans aren't gonna like that. And I was like, you're right.
No, but that's our
dude.
friendship, man. It's always like roasting each other and stuff.
I mean, the patches look cool, bro.
Thanks, dude. Yeah.
It makes you unique, you know.
Yeah, it gives me like some air over here.
Why are you so mad, dude?
I thought that, you know, if you shave it more, I think this is a myth. When people say they shave, it's supposed to grow back thicker. It doesn't work. I shaved this. I let it grow out and shave all the time, hoping I'm going to fill these patches one day. It just doesn't work, dude. I don't know how Sean did it. And Greg and Will. Well, Greg and Will have always had that.
That's true. Actually,
Sean,
you can't grow a beard, huh?
You can't grow any hair anywhere.
The three of us can. The three of them can. They're
I
very
can grow hair. It's just patchy.
Yeah,
it doesn't look good. You guys can't grow hair, and I think that's like almost a blessing.
Yes.
You don't have to shave as much or often.
I have to shave, because then mine will come out real quick and then chill there for like a little bit. Like they're just like my mustache hair would like come out like the next day.
Oh yeah.
But then just stay that length for like 5 days.
Right.
Like,
No, like this. I mean,
Yeah.
people who are listening, they can't see. It's like stubble that is not in every spot, so it looks stupid. But like if it was filled out, it would look.
Yeah, it would look dope. It would look cool.
But to start it off, you have to start from somewhere.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So see, it's a life lesson for people. You know, it's like even like when you're growing out your hair, there's that phase where you look like an idiot, and you will look like an idiot. But if you commit to something, you might still look like an idiot, but at least there's a chance you might not.
Yeah, and at least people will respect you a little bit. Maybe.
Yeah,
Who
not
knows?
really.
Wait,
Anyways.
you have chest hair though, yeah?
I do, but it's like even that. It's not like how you see on like
A movie.
yeah, like like an actor who has like nice, like I don't know. It's just like it's still it's like my face. It's sporadic.
Yeah.
And it's just like I could easily just wax it and it'd be gone in like a, you know, it wouldn't be like a Steve Carell situation.
I got 3 hairs. Like I look like a cheek, like a cat's cheek. You know, like just whiskers.
The
That's
whiskers coming out.
That's all. I got nothing else there. You know.
Yep.
It's like a long desert, real flat, a little bit concave because I have no muscles, and then like 3 pine trees sticking out of the ground.
Yeah,
And
that's
people are
what's
like, what
up,
are those
dude.
pine trees doing there in the middle of the desert?
What people tell you that?
No, that's me.
Girls?
What?
Oh, I'm just wondering.
No.
I actually had a girl tell me the other day, she's like, wow, you don't have any hair on your back or your chest. And I was just like, oh, what, am I supposed to? And then she's like, well, my last boyfriend was Russian. I don't know.
known to be hairy?
I don't know.
They're
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit.
I don't know what that means.
They're like a human loofah.
But if he's Russian, he's not Asian, so.
Damn, dude. You trying to, you know, that's the one kind of people you don't want to upset.
Dude, Russians are dope though, man.
They're freaking tough.
They're hella tough.
Yeah. It's a different breed out there, dude.
No, but Derek, I gotta ask you this thing.
If you want to know how to say kiss in Russian, or no, I'm sorry, Ukrainian, you say tisom.
Say what?
Tisom.
Tissom. Isn't that the name of a watch? Tissom?
I don't know. I
It's
don't have watches.
T-S-O-M.
But the one watch I do have is
Tissot.
Leonard in Church. Anyways, I still want to know.
Tissot. Never mind. Tissot. That might be French. I think that's Tony Parker's sponsored.
Oh, tight.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Derek,
What's up?
why was a girl saying your shirtless back and chest?
Oh, she was just like
Why are you
massaging me.
talking like this?
I want to know.
She was
Said
just
she was-
massaging me.
Oh, she was
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? There's something wrong with getting a massage.
Did you have to pay her?
No.
Something about the bass that I have to turn on my headphones that it's like it makes my earwax wiggle. There's something I don't like about when you do that. I think your voice is so deep that it, dude, it's bothering me. Dude, I think it's just the bass in my headphones.
In Japan, though, they
Yeah.
like people said like I had a really nice low voice.
You do.
Because I would speak in like Japanese to them, but they'd be like, "Whoa, kakui."
Kakui, which
Yeah.
means cool.
Yeah,
You can
right?
do all voices.
Your voice is naturally. That doesn't mean you can force it. Why don't you talk about the weird things you were gonna do in Japan? But
Dude,
didn't
I
do?
was
You
gonna
chickened out.
I did chicken out, man. I was gonna do noodle massages. I was gonna go soap land.
Explain. Is that even legal? Like, what is that? What is that?
It is legal.
You can explain. I think it's okay to talk about it because you didn't do it.
Yeah. Essentially, it's like it's a massage parlor, but they
Sounds
oil
like a brothel.
they oil you themselves up, I think, and then they just rub their bodies on you. It's like an erotic massage.
So they're massaging you with their whole bodies.
Yeah.
That sounds like porn. That's not really a massage. Like, do they actually massage you?
I don't know. I was hoping for a massage part. That's my favorite thing. Yeah. But then I didn't do that.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Mostly because I was streaming the whole time. You can't like do that kind of stuff. That's against TOS.
It's TOS.
Why?
terms of service.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, this is not like
It's
family
legal
friendly,
there,
right?
though, no?
To an extent. To an extent.
What does that mean?
Like they can rub themselves on you, but as soon as like they touch like genitals and things, and you're paying them for that, that's like supposed to be not allowed.
That is silly to me. Like you're already rubbing a naked person's body on you, and you're naked, I'm assuming.
I don't know. I didn't really.
How is
look
that?
too far into it?
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the legalization of well, not prostitution, but I guess that is prostitution. Like sex. There's a lot of people recently coming out, like I saw on like even like Joe Rogan's podcast. They're like, this has been around for ages, since like early times. Prostitution is
Yeah.
like a paid service.
Yeah.
And it should be legalized and taxed. I guess in the same way
Like weed.
yeah.
Yeah.
But weed is becoming that.
Yeah.
Right? And then like it's not even legal here, prostitution, but people think it is.
Actually, in different parts of Las Vegas, there are
Really?
running brothels. Yeah.
I thought that was illegal.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah. There's certain ones that
In
are like,
Vegas. Really?
Not Nevada. Sorry, Nevada.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
in
yeah.
Vegas though.
Yeah,
I don't know why people think it's legal here.
I think Clark County is not legal, but there are other counties that are.
right.
Why I know this, it's not because I've been to one. It's just doing research
Oh yeah.
for jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it like?
No, I didn't go in, I said. Dude,
We learn a lot of like sexual related stuff because of Paco, and he always says research, quote unquote. Like how about the fact, and the weirdest one was like, hey, remember one time, oh actually guys, the age of consent is actually 16. And like, why do you like why as a 27-year-old or 28-year-old man, why do you need to know that? Like,
No, it's just like for me, like I was a virgin until the age of 26. Yeah. Just may as well put that out there.
and you're 28.
And I'm 28 now.
That's cool.
And so like a lot of times, because people make stupid jokes, you know.
Sure, but
And-
go on.
And they're like, Paco is like, you know, he's so desperate or whatever. Like he like probably knows, and like they said, like he knows that the legal age of consent is 16 in Las Vegas. And I was like, what? Like I thought it was 18, you know, throughout the entire country, but apparently it isn't. Like different states have different ages of consent. Supposedly, like in Japan, like a prefecture has like the legal age of consent is 13.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
13 where?
I don't know exactly where. Now this is all word of mouth, of course, so I could be wrong.
So simple Google search.
Yeah, a simple Google search could work.
All right, go on.
But yeah,
gosh.
and then there's like if they're under the legal age of consent, but you're within 5 years of their age, in certain states, like that's okay, you know. Because if you're 18 and your boyfriend or girlfriend is 17, and you guys make love or whatever, and that person, like it would be weird if that person went to jail for that.
It's 13 in Japan, 14 in China.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The age of consent is 12 in the Philippines.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think they have drinking ages out there either. You could drink at like any age out there.
I heard something about that though, like, was it like France or something, where they don't have a drinking age or just like really young, and because that's allowed there, there's like significantly like less alcoholism and UI related, like alcohol related incidents. I don't know if that's true.
Well, it's probably because they know how to handle
but it's something
it
like maybe,
from a younger age,
or you
know?
just don't crave it, or maybe it's just less reported because there's less underage drinking since there's none.
Maybe they get it out of their system earlier.
True.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
you know, they don't have to deal with it later. Whereas here in America, you know, you can't drink till you're 21. So people
True.
want to drink once they hit 21 and
And
they
then you
want
do
to go
some
wild.
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
That was kind of me. I really went crazy when even like clubbing and stuff like that. Although I've been to clubs because of like, events and stuff, but at 21, I had like a 6-month spree, of just like doing little to no work and just like going straight clubbing and stuff. And I learned how much I hated it. Like that's and now I got it out of my system. I don't
Yeah.
have any craving ever to go again. You should. Okay.
Wow, it's so fun.
You love going out. Did you love
No, I like
meet
going.
people?
I like going out. I don't like clubs.
Dude, you're weird, bro. Like you'll be at a party, just a wallflower. How you doing?
Dude, that is me at parties. I just like I people watch a lot. Yeah,
Get in the mix.
it's situational for me. It's very situational for me.
Yeah, I feel like normally you like to be the center of attention.
If I know everyone there and or most people there, then I'll be really goofy. But if I don't really know anyone, I know like 1 to 3 people, I kind of just observe.
Dude, David had a cracking party. Hella people there, tons of games, good food.
David Choi?
Yeah.
Oh, David
30th
David-
birthday.
Right.
And this guy's just sleeping on the couch, and his date is just sitting there.
You brought a date to a party, a birthday party, and you slept, and she's just sitting next to you while you slept at a party.
Yeah. It was so cracking. It was so tight.
Dude, oh man, you can't blame me. Can't blame me.
I mean, I'm not blaming you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it happened.
Dude, I just remember I was on the couch and then she was there and I was just like watching King Batch playing Mario Kart and yelling at people while playing Mario Kart. And I thought
competitive.
I thought it was so funny and I just fell asleep.
Okay, that doesn't. Okay, oh, that's
Wasn't
so funny. I fell asleep.
That wasn't.
No, it was funny seeing King Batch yell at people.
No, he's
Yeah.
a funny guy.
Yeah,
He's super funny. They've been playing his Mountain Dew commercial.
Yeah.
For Sprite.
Uh-huh.
Mountain Dew commercial, like so much. It's crazy.
The one where he blows out his character and they play basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is doing really well.
Yeah, he's a dope guy. It was fun filming with him for sure.
What?
And he makes a ton of funny content.
Hopefully we see him in the next couple weeks. Exclusive. There's something coming soon.
Why don't
It will
you
be
just say
announced
it?
soon? Because I don't know if I don't because it's a private event.
But it's exclusive.
It's a private event that I'm announcing something that will be available next podcast. I'll talk about it. Let's just say, I think people already know. Let's just say I won't be needing this cup very much longer.
It could change the game.
Good.
Never know.